All right, we have jumper cables on it, pinching that wire on the side. So in theory, things should start up. Ow. Smacked my head on that. That's gonna go away. All right, give it a second. Got some power. Not even trying to start. Like, there's not even like a cranking. Says it's got half a tank of gas. It's reading that the battery's got power, but 221,000. I don't know how in the world. Yeah, like not even a. Let me check something. Because he said his friend gave him a starter. I'm wondering if that starter's not on the back of this. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. That's where the starter goes. There's no starter. That's why I don't have any power. That's the starter wires, I'm pretty sure. No, that's the connector cable. Where are the starter wires? Because that should go right there. Yeah, it's got to spin that little, what do they call it? Flex plate, flywheel. Flywheel's manual. This is a flex plate. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am. But I'm so stupid. I've tried to start this thing all morning. I've been all mad about it. All right, it is going to be day one of XJ overhaul. First and foremost, we're just going to clean everything out of the floorboard. I'm kind of working on that right now. We've got factory cross member. This is a dust shield for the transmission. Aftermarket cross member. We have two rear drive shafts, exact same length. This one has upgraded U-joints though, so that's interesting. It's kind of cool. This one's factory and looks like that cap needs to be replaced. Luckily it had spare caps kind of all around. But yeah, so we have spare cap to replace that one. Go ahead and do that. Keep that just as a spare because it's just like this little rubber seal that's messed up. But go ahead and throw that on. It's probably fine, but we'll keep it as a spare on the trail because we're all running these. I believe these are 1330 joints. But yeah, that one's greasable. So that one's aftermarket. The rest of the shaft is stock. Yeah, we have torque converter number 1, and then I'm about to have to fire up the ZJ because I was gonna just push it, but I'm not gonna be able to push that. I don't have an air compressor. So options are either put this tire back on, which I'm probably gonna end up doing, at least for now. But anyway, I need ZJ out of the way a little bit so that I can get back in here. Because this is where transmission and T-case are. The plan is for sure gonna be just take the nice stuff off of this, throw it on ZJ, and then probably get this thing running and sell it. I've considered parting it out, but as is, I just filmed a video that you saw of me trying to start this with no starter because the starter connects to the bell housing. He was like, oh, it's got a brand new starter and it'll start right up. I assumed that meant that now I could start it up, but it is not now. It is when I get that hooked up. And that does not look new, that looks broken. Anyway, so yeah, have not heard back from lift kit people. Also, that is a high pinion 30, I found out from my friend. Did not even realize it. So, if I were gonna keep that front end, I would keep the Dana 30. What I might end up doing, if I end up pulling this long arm off, I might wait until I pull ZJ axle and then throw low pinion on the XJ, keep the high pinion because my buddy's got a high pinion and it'd be awesome to have a spare gear set. So yeah, But yeah, high opinion 30 is about 33% more strong than a low pinion for the front. For the rear, you want a low pinion though. But yeah, that's just a Dana 35, and nobody wants that. I'd be basically giving that away on Facebook Marketplace. So it'll just stay under the Jeep for now. All right, I'm gonna take this rear seat out. All it is, there's a little plastic clip you can clip up. This side just bends in. Whole thing comes out. Yeah, I want everything out of this Jeep that could possibly hold water, because right now everything's like, look at this. Where I just pulled that, everything is soaking wet, and all this is like damp leaves and wet cardboard and stuff. And so it holding water and ATF fluid and everything else is just making it rust worse. And so I'm gonna try to get rid of all this rust, and I'll have to find like some sheet metal and stuff to replace and do something with this seat. The seat's gonna be, I'm gonna pull it next. Now, he wasn't kidding about that being a brand new starter. Might not be new, but it is new to the Jeep, because this is the old one. And it's, I mean, it's not too bad. Seen better days, could be cleaned up, but yeah, we'll see which one we use. Might try them both out. So, the one he claims is new, but that's definitely broken now that I get to see them side by side. But this one looks old, this one looks new to me. But I don't know, the silver's newer looking on this one, but the wires are messed up, whereas this one, I don't know. We'll try them both out. We've got two options. Now I see the appeal to XJs, like once I took the seats out, like there's nothing. Like literally it would take me so much effort to cut. Like if I want to do like a comp cut, it would be so much effort. But look at that, like it is literally just straight body panel and then that, and that's it. And that is so easy. Mine's got all this like plastic and stuff in the way, and like there's all this like extra stuff. Also, we've got another one of these plates back here. I had mentioned it earlier, but that means to me that this is probably bad, because they've replaced the whole rear end, which also holds up the gas tank. And so I have a strong feeling that the gas tank's going to be absolutely just hanging on by a thread. But yeah, we're going to start, I guess, moving the transmission and at least getting it out and under it. I feel like that's the best course of action to go from here. Probably move all those wires. There's so many just random wires. Look at this. This is just like a jumble of wires. There's a bunch of cut wires. All these back here, I have no idea what any of this goes to, but yeah, there's just a huge jumble that we're gonna have to mess with. All right, so now while it's up here, before I actually move it, I'm gonna take off the transfer case. I'm using a 9/16, but I'm gonna remove the transfer case from the transmission, because I actually want it for the ZJ, and so I'll have to do the same here in a bit to the ZJ and pull the 242 off of it, because I'd much rather this 231. All right, now all that should be left is just to pull the T case out. 6 bolts, or 6 nuts, I guess, technically. There we are. Now I'm gonna check this thread count, because that does look really big. So that might be the correct one. but I'm not real sure. We'll have to just dig into it a little bit and look at it. It won't be. I think ZJ is a 23 spline by 1.25 inches, maybe something like that. All right, last thing of the day, we've got it cleared out. My buddy borrowed my shop vac, so I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. But last thing of the day, we're gonna move that transmission actually underneath the Jeep. I'm gonna set you up because solid chance I hurt myself. Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be. We're just gonna oh, it's really going down the leg. Shoot. I didn't think about the I didn't think about the output being at my crotch. Okay. Shoot. Alright. We're gonna have to do this a little different. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna readjust you. We're about to get dangerous. Alright, we're just kind of hoping that stays up, because if not, I don't have any. We just won't have footage of this. So I'm just grabbing here. I'm gonna screw right here. I'm gonna take out actually. That goes right there. So I'm gonna get stabbed. I don't have any way to do this. It's not just straight back. Because I can't bend my legs because I'm on the tire balancing, but that didn't hurt. Got it here. We're just gonna now slide it. Again, it's gonna be all lower back, but it's fine. That's all we've got. There's just nowhere to bend it. Your legs just gonna slide. Go. Okay. Now I'm just gonna slide this over and kind of into place. There we go. Transmission. It's at least in the right spot now. Just interested what this actually is. It is an AW model 30-43 LE. So that's not even the transmission I thought this was. Interesting. Yeah. So this is a 43 LE, not the AW4 that I thought I was getting. That's fine. But I'm gonna have to research that a little bit because I actually don't know what this is. So, cool. All right. So I did research it, and it is an AX4. It's just like a weird model that they used in like the 2001 plus XJs. I believe they had an XJ until like 2003, something like that. But anyway, so it's just an AX4. It's just like a specific model of it. But yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna try to figure out how to throw the trans onto the Jeep. I still need to figure out which torque converter I need. I have an idea because there's one that looks a lot cleaner, but they're both used is the thing, so I don't know for sure. The dirtier looking one was in the middle like the middle area for the passenger seats, whereas the cleaner one was with the new transmission and T-case. But yeah, tomorrow I've got exam in the morning, so probably pulling another all-nighter. This will be the third in a row because Sunday night went and got the Jeep, came home at 4:30. So that was into Monday morning. Monday night, pulled an all-nighter and literally stayed awake from whenever I woke up from after getting the Jeep. Woke up that morning, did the video, went to class and whatever. Stayed up all night and then went to bed at 6:30 that afternoon for an hour. And so I currently have like 4 hours of sleep in the past 3 days now. And so it's probably going to be another all-nighter tonight. And then we're just going to see where we can get, because after the test tomorrow, I have a day of break before I have another assignment due. And so I get a little bit of leeway. But yeah, we're going to try to figure out transmission and T-case for the goals tomorrow. I want to go ahead and only having one jack here sucks. I miss working at Jake's, but it's so much more convenient for me to have the Jeeps here because I can do things like this where, like, today I just cleaned. And if I had driven an hour each way to Rogers to clean, I would have wasted, I spent probably 3 hours working on the Jeep today, and that would have turned that 3-hour project into a 5-hour project. And especially with finals and whatnot these upcoming weeks, I don't need to be doing that. So it's nice having the Jeep here. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be trying to switch around the transfer cases best I can with the one floor jack. And then hopefully that 231 is just a direct bolt up and I don't have to mess with the output shaft, but I fully expect to have to, which means I'll have to go get some more silicone. But other than that, it shouldn't be a big deal. Then I'll throw the 242 on this XJ. Been kind of throwing around some ideas in my mind on what the plan of this thing is. Still debating pulling the lower control arms off of the XJ and throwing them on the ZJ, because it's 2-inch pipe, but it's 5/16 inch DOM instead of, I was going to do quarter, and it's already got Johnny's on one end, and I'd have to, I don't know what I'd do with the other, because I really don't want bushings, because that's what's on the front, I believe. But I would just cut the radius arm. I'd just cut the radius and then just use the lower from the other side, and then not use the upper at all. I'd leave that and probably throw the short arm kit onto the XJ if I did that way, which would be super, super freaking simple. But yeah, I just need to kind of figure out what the game plan is with that. Could also stretch the rear right now by using the front arms from ZJ, moving them to the rear, because it's the same 4 arms. There's so many ideas, but yeah, just tune in tomorrow. I'll figure something out tonight, figure out what we're doing.